Friends, aliens, and Abletards. Today we're going to have a look at how to make psychedelic music in Ableton in 10 minutes straight using nothing but operator. Let me get started right away. I'm going to drop in an operator, give it pitch envelope, bring it all the way up, peak it up, bring the decay down, and let's hear what it sounds like. Okay, I'm going to fade it out by bringing down the sustain, and we should have a kick drum. Make it a bit shorter, and drop an audio effect on it. We want the drum bus. Let's bring down the decay, give it boom, and that's about as fat as we can hope our drum to ever be. So I'm going to give this once every quarter beat. So that's 4 in a bar, and bam. Now you can play with that, add click or whatever. We're going to go for like an acid bass, so that should be alright. I'm going to add another operator into the mix, and this one's going to be our snare. We're going to bring back up the pitch envelope, same as before. Bring up the peak. This is still a drum, so we're going to use the same principle as the previous one. So our new one is going to have a fade in and a fade out. Just like that. And then we're going to give it some noise at the end. There we go. That's our snare. I'm going to put a high pass on this. Take out some of that bass. That's alright. Now, in psychedelic music, you sometimes have a bit of a longer noise drop-off at the end. Let's see if we can get this noise side by side. There we go. Maybe shape drive its filter just a bit. Okay, so I don't know if the pitch is correct, but let's try it out. It's not too bad. Alright, so after this, we've got to create some hi-hat. So I'm going to drag more operators into the scene. This time, we're going to make our hi-hat. So an open hi-hat can be noise. 808, I believe it used to be noise, but I'm just going to get a whole bunch of distorting sines crossing over each other, and that'll create noise that we can make a little bit tonal by fading them out. And so this is my noise source. Right? So I'm going to fade this out. And there's mine. All right, so I'm going to high pass this. And for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to keep the closed hi-hats short. So we're going to have two short ones, a long one, and a short one. And I think you're starting to hear what kind of a sound this is going to have. So I'm going to add a bass line to this. Let's quickly drop in a bass and say there's 3 ways you can go about adding harmonics or treble. You can start with a saw. You can end with a saw out of a stack. You can have a saw alongside a sine. You can also go for distortion. So in this case, let's try some distortion. I'm going to play a sine wave. So our algorithm is having everything playing next to each other additive. So here's my sine wave, right? So if I give this feedback, it's going to start tapping. That's exactly what I want. And that's pretty good. Hear that with reverb? Yeah, that's pretty good. So if you filter this, it's going to give you a wide range of expression. So let's drop some of these notes in. Now, I've made this express its velocity as well. So if we make some of these... So if you bring the volume down, some of these notes, they're going to clip more, they're going to distort more when you bring the volume up. And they're going to be more muted if you bring the volume down. And the deep notes, this is their harmonics. So now they're muted, and we can open them up. They're going to express themselves a bit more in the harmonic range. We have a basic build. We can change this bassline, we can change some of the notes if we wanted to, but essentially we've got something to work from. So, let's spend a minute quickly discussing sound effects. So if I want to add some sound effects to this, all I have to do is drop in more operators. Usually sound effects occupy the treble range. So that'll be like this range and higher. So let's see. If I make this like a triangle wave, for instance, that'll have some harmonics. Give it LFO. So like between the LFO, the filter, combining that, linking it to the oscillators or to the filter, alternatively, or both, using band pass, high pass, and the different grades. You can create many different sounds and should be able to find pretty much anything you're looking for. And that's layered with delays. You can create some pretty crazy psychedelic sounds. And the world is really your oyster. You can combine this if you If you want the LFO to repeat every time, you can have repeat switch on it, switch it off, and you can lay out random notes for your sound effects, and you'll have something usable in no time. Now, if you duplicate out so that it's way longer, you can start deleting some areas, and that'll build phrases. If you duplicate those, and delete more areas, it'll make the phrasing more complicated. Then you can start drawing some of the missing notes back into your phrase. So just introduce some randomness and complexity to the whole thing. As you can already hear, we can build like high quality psychedelic constructs using these principles, these ideas, and the world's really your oyster at this point. In 10 minutes, you can build any soundscape your mind can dream of. You can give it the qualities that you feel is important, and if you take this same view that Ableton has available, which is called the session view, it allows you to create an order in which things can happen vertically, and then record that, lay it out horizontally in the recording, and then start working on the articulation and finishing touches. It's really quick. Get a track out there. A couple of hours, most people can finish a track. This has been your host, MC, and best friend, Merry Mr. Moonshine. Thank you for listening to this brief tutorial on how to make psychedelic music in 10 minutes using Ableton and Operator. I hope I didn't rant too much. Please comment if there's anything you'd like to add. We'd like to keep this video short, so I didn't add everything I could possibly dream of. I wanted a quick demonstration. This video came about because I had a previous video that ended up being very, very popular on YouTube, and it was about doing the same thing, but it didn't even have any voice. And I was starting to feel sorry for all the people who end up there, hoping that they're going to learn much without having somebody talk to them at least, and have the audio space occupy a more pleasant makeup. Well, this has been Moonshine. Please like and subscribe if you like this video, and please comment if you have anything to say about it. Thank you.